everybody, and welcome to the daily challenge for the 16th of August. We're here to steal 3 things while avoiding alarms. Got a couple of crash-based equipment and a short blade. So this should be an emergency shield and a crash trap and a short blade. Should be okay. So this, I was on my way to Australia at the time. Literally, I recorded this on a plane. So this is also perhaps one of the reasons why we got a particularly low frame rate, because it's also a laptop running off a battery. I intended on doing it at the airport and I just kind of forgot. So instead you get it here being recorded basically the last possible minute, but also offline. So we won't have a leaderboard score for this one. Anyway, so we're trying to avoid setting off the alarm. We want to lure that fella out to us and hit him with a crash trap. So we can basically just do this and drop a crash trap down. Did I think to drop the crash trap down beforehand? Probably not. So we should be rushing for a corner, but apparently we don't do that. We just kind of wait. That was silly. Alright, we're trying to lure him a little bit further. Okay. I still think we should have dropped the crash trap. Maybe we're just gonna try and hit him with the crash trap, a thrown crash trap. And here we see him neatly counter that with expert timing, no doubt entirely intentional. And then I even managed to throw him his sword, because I'm not the best necessarily at these things. And now I'm like, just stuff it. Let's just stab him. Nope, just throw it directly. Taking advantage of throw mode so we can retrieve it even though our teleport time is gone. Hit him, stun him, stab him, grab it back later, carry the corpse into the next section. Because it's under only very unusual circumstances that we would even have any problem here. And now we've got a gun, so that means we are pretty much fine. We just want to set off this, and that's almost ideal. There we go. I need to shoot you. I really hope that this works, because that wall could protect them. And then we've also got the crash trap. We throw the sword. Throw the sword, there we go. And if necessary, we need to throw the crash trap down as well. I think I'm doing that just in case, but it turned out to be unnecessary. And there's your sword, there we go. All 3 cleared, whole sector clear. Unfortunately, there's no sweet loot for us to grab here, but we do get, oh, that's not true, we got that swapper, which with us being glitched sick is not ideal. Alright, so what are we doing, Ran? I can't quite tell why I'm paused here. So, flying to Australia from Europe, not ideal. It takes a day. You lose literally a day. I left on Friday and I got there on Sunday. There's a stop partway through because there's no direct flights unless you happen to live in London and want to go to Perth, and frankly I don't. So yeah, it's just a lot of time to try and occupy. Alright, here we go, heading down, trying to grab things. And for the purposes of the daily challenge, it's also quite bad because you've got a day transition right at the start. For me, basically. I left Friday night. This is no alarm, so I can just keep going forwards and just throw the sword. As long as they don't shoot, that's fine. So going there, not ideal for a daily challenge perspective, because I needed to do something. So here, did I think to glitch to swapper with the captain? That would probably have saved time and also disabled the alarm, because this is a long way to walk. Evidently not. Alright. Yeah, so for the purposes of a daily challenge, it's quite bad because of when the transition is. The way back was much simpler, because basically you want to get it done the way I see it is you got to split 2 daily runs over a 48-hour period, where 24 of them will be spent on travel, and other things will also get in the way. So I went to work the day before I left, which basically meant that between sleep and work and then travel, I actually had a very narrow window to get the Friday daily done, other than on the plane where I did not have internet, and thus couldn't have it count towards the leaderboards. So yep, that was pretty straightforward. We're just throwing the sword, bouncing the crash trap, shooting one guard, and everyone's happy. It just was a fairly slow method. Looking back on this, what would have been much better would have been to glitch swap with the guard, would have been to swap with the guard, eat the glitch sick, I think it's 2 seconds of downtime, like I'm doing on the way back, right? And then just jump out. And in fact, I could have used both swapper charges there potentially for that purpose, although this might have made the second one a little bit more questionable. But that would have definitely meant I wouldn't have needed to futz around as much. And then we shoot and get out of here. I think shoot is the safest of these. Oh wait, I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, and that's the other thing here. I had to swap with the captain. Yeah, so this was particularly bad because what I was doing then, I didn't swap with the captain. I used the visitor that was the item that we had to pick up, because I realized, shit, I have no way of breaking the glass without also raising the alarm. And so yeah, that's a bunch of time wasted. That's like 3 seconds that we did not need to wasted. I blame it being very late at night. This was recorded at like 11 p.m. subjective time, and also being on a plane. It turns out not an ideal place to do a run, at least in economy. I mean, if I'd been in business class, I suspect it would have been fine. Alright, next ship. We've got light reinforcements, lots of guards, explosive guards. Explosive guards on a glitcher ships aren't too bad, because the sectors are relatively spread apart, which means if we can just shoot one of the guards, generally speaking, that solves a pod for you, as long as they haven't currently split up. At some point I should go back and try doing some of these dailies without the throw mode, other than to just stand and throw an item. It would be really interesting to kind of go back and try and deal with all that again. So here we just shoot that guy, he kills off the entire pod, and even though you got 3 explosions, no one is close enough for it to matter. So here we need to get a key. I am thinking, ooh, I could swap with the captain, but then I kind of realized that then I'm going to be stuck. Maybe I still swap with the captain. I think I might have made that mistake anyway. This was not my best run. Yeah, now I'm remembering. Yep, swap with the captain and then go, oh, hang on a minute. There's this other key. I mean, at least I disabled the alarm, I guess? I'm wondering if maybe I can summon guards up. And then, nah, never mind. Let's just shoot this guy and summon guards down. Or maybe throw a sword. Like so. Throw. Okay, yep, that definitely gets them going, but they do have to stand there and yell intruder first, as stated in their contracts. So I'm kind of just trying to get up closer, and I guess it's like, well, maybe if I just throw the sword into them, but that's going to stop them. Missing with the sword is actually going to make things worse, not better. Oh wait, no, that's right. When they're responding to an alarm, or like a sound-based alarm, they're going to head towards wherever triggered it. So that's what's happening there. And that's why they don't stop. You can't distract such guards with thrown items. You can distract patrolling guards with thrown items, and that's a good way of getting them to stop, or at least to set another lot of guards on patrol. But here we don't even need to care about that because we have disabled the alarms by swapping with the captain. So we can just do that, and then we can repeat on the next lot. Especially if they clump up, which they do. So we can throw that sword. I don't want to go around the corner with said sword. Let's see how well I do with this throw. There we go. I just did not want to get, disabled by that alarm. And I'll shoot that out for good measure. And out we go. Okay, out it goes. I guess I could duck. That's probably why. Yeah, that makes sense to me now. It's just a matter of going, hang on a minute, I need to actually grab this. Thank you. And then head up that way. Oh, then in which case I'm not even taking advantage of the ability to duck in the end. Probably because in this case I still moved basically 2 rooms, and then I just shoot out the window, and this is fine. Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand what you're doing right now past me. And then out we go. What am I doing? Oh, am I trying to accelerate even further? Huh. I wonder if that was worth it. No, it really wasn't. I mean, we do leave a little faster, but I think that being picked up by our pod that accelerates basically faster than anything else in the game is a better plan. So how long did that take us? Well, at least we had no alarms. Ooh, this low frame rate's really getting to me. This is the downside of recording on a laptop, especially a laptop that is meant to have virtual machines on it, not games, really. But you work with what you got. Okay, so here we at least can summon the guards. If we summon a guard and then kill him, that's almost as good as having a key cloner. It'll depend on how easily we can access the captain. Let's get over there. I kind of wish it was viable to crash ships into each other. That's one of the things I actually really enjoyed doing in single player. It was a very broken strategy. Okay, let's see. Got a tracker up there. So can't go that way. Got the captain down there. The captain is too far away. We need to be able to kill off the guards. So this basically means summon guard, kill their friends, run through. Hopefully there'll be something useful in this first crate. That's basically what I'm going to do here. So I'm just going to teleport. Oh yeah, I've got shotguns, but that's okay. So in this case, we're gonna kill this guy so their friend teleports to them. That seems sensible. Alright, excellent. So they couldn't quite see us, which is why that happened. So now we just run down a little. Or maybe we're gonna throw a crash trap. Yeah, we are throwing the crash trap. That is so like proactive. Like yeah. Most of the time I just run up. Shoot you. So the good thing is I don't need to worry about leaving guards' bodies behind, because the tracker don't care. The tracker never cares. None of the contractors give a crap about bodies under their normal behavior. Give me the key, so I'm not going to even bother trying to get that item. Okay, so I guess... Alright, here... Right, I waited to make sure they went through the door, so I could just shoot them without setting anything off. And then we can just kill everyone in that group. Pretty much just use a shotgun. Oh no, that's a high risk strat. Don't do that, Ran. Unless you're going to shoot into a wall first to see where our friend teleports to. Because the shielded guard teleporting is just like asking for trouble. The other option is to throw the trap first. Which is what I opted for. Sensible choice. There we go. Now I can just unload shotgun blasts. Like so. A blam. And then pistol shots for everyone. Oh right, I don't even need to worry about the fact that this last guy will be like unable to... Yeah, of course I don't need to worry about that. And now I can run down here, and since I got a key cloner, I literally do not need to care about him. Like, yes, he's gonna run around, but I can just ignore him. I can steal this key up here, and then kill this lot. If I'm fast enough, I can even do that, like, proactively. I can shoot them both before they turn the corner. In fact, if I shoot now, evidently I decided against it. What do we get? Emergency shield. I mean, we'll replace our other emergency shield, but yeah. Right, so this is a way of getting you to come to me. Right, I can kill you. And you even hide the body for me. So stab. There we go. Body hidden. And now I can just run down. Door closes, yes. This is letting a setting a potential timer, because if these guards patrol, I've got no way of knowing whether or not they'll go into that room. So this is definitely not a risk-free strat, but they're not patrolling, they're going to a console. Does that mean I just kill those two? No. Maybe I crash him and run. Or maybe I throw the sword. And this way I've got an excuse to at least get the item here. Or maybe it's just a time-saving thing. With 3 of the guards dead, the hope here... Am I really going this way? This seems so foolhardy. Okay, well that changed. And this way I can try and get the captain? Okay, I can kinda see that. There's the captain, that disables the alarm. Yep, that makes sense then. If you're gonna do something like this, you might as well do it in a way that works. Okay, so I need to crash both of you, kill you, and then crash the other way. Okay, so you got... Yeah, so this is just a matter of throwing that between these two. And then I can use swords. Everyone's favorites. The silent killer. Throwing swords. Oh, you got bashed. Nice. Okay. And that got me my crash trap back, so I can do the same deal here. Could have sworn there was a tracker. What's happened to the tracker? So throw this. And then just kill everyone. Ah, right, yes. That was definitely higher risk than it should have been, Ran. You did not need... You should have shot into a wall where the teleporting guard had no way of murdering you. But instead you went for the high risk. And now we can just stab, crash, stab, or crash, stab, whatever. One of these two. Okay, got through. Stab you, shoot you, right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Don't really need to do that. But that does mean that I got this really terrible walk here. Ah, right. But I'm just like, I don't need to care. I don't even need to care about this key card. I can just run. And then you guys can deal with whatever the hell you want. I just need to use emergency shields. And simple movement on a plane is definitely the right kind of movement. So you gotta be careful, because here, this shield's about to run out. And now you can use it again. Mate, this is not a good time to do that, but hey, you do you. And then I'm going for the window down the bottom left right now. At some point, I will... Yeah, okay, so I've lost him. At some point, I'm going to need to turn on... Oh, not turn on. Go and remote my ship. That'll be okay. Ooh, what? Oh, I'm going to swap with one of the corpses. Hey, no, that's actually being slightly clever. And then these guys can come join me in space if they want. But no, they can't hear me. Okay, so that was an ugly having to walk around, but we did cut it on the way back. Not bad. So yeah, not the best, and obviously we won't have a scoreboard here. It is not a practice run. Like, there is actually a score associated with this. And because, and I'm really grateful that Heat Signature does this, it isn't relying on a server to determine the timestamp. That does mean that you can do this offline. And you can also go back and try things from previous days. It gets a bit weird when you do that, but you can definitely do that. And yeah, so that's pretty good to see. Drop that off, 594. So there we go. That's the final score. See you next time.